Hey, it's Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to be traveling all the way back to 1981 and 1982 to listen to Merlin and All the Roses by Dolly Dots. And this video comes courtesy of my amazing supporter here and over on Patreon, Shafiq Itani. So thank you so much, Shafiq, for all your support and for leading me back to this group of very talented ladies. All right, we'll start with Merlin. Comes from P.S. We Love You, their third studio album. It's about a woman who feels like she is under a spell, similar to the magic of Merlin, because of her overwhelming love for a man. This love is all-consuming, making her feel a powerful and magical connection that she cannot break free from. Let's check it out.
In the days of great King Arthur, there lived a mighty magician, the most learned and skillful enchanter the world has ever known. He was good and wise. His name was Merlin.
Fight again.
All right, so I've always felt I had a little bit of psychic ability, and I was right on this one because during my research, when I was getting the AI lyrics interpretation, I kind of doubted it. I couldn't find the actual lyrics online, so I'm like, I hope these are right. AI may not always be right, and I really was zoning in on all these words, the lyrics, the story, and have a feeling what I read to you in the beginning was off. I didn't hear anything about love, devotion, being cast under a spell. It was more like the story of Merlin and what he did, so I'm going to have to listen again, but I think the AI got it wrong in this case. And that's why you might have seen me make a confused face during the reaction. Anyway, back to the song. I love the introduction, the cool, a little bit moody, we'll call it, introduction musically with that child, speaking the dialogue. That was great, kind of dramatic, and a great way to set the scene, set the tone, set the story. Then the main song comes in, we burst into the sky. I love the bouncy synth vibes happening here, of course. Always appreciate that. A very uplifting song, not surprised, of course. They do that quite well. One of my favorite parts was that timpani. So dramatic. I love that instrument. We got it several times here. The chorus was amazing as well, a bit darker. Of course, I'm going to love that. Even just a few dark notes are all I need, satisfying to the max. I got some strings, so of course, I'm a happy camper. There was at least one string swelling moment, so that was great. Another great musical idea that they used was that kind of happy, sprightly little whistle tone, the synth, I guess, way in the back, very subtle, but just added to the song. Once again, I got more ABBA vibes in the vocals, especially towards the end, that kind of bouncy staccato vocal section, whatever they were doing. Great stuff, of course. Pretty much all the lyrics seem like an ode to the great Merlin and the things he did. I know there was some repetition in the lyrics, but it was about, that story. It had nothing to do with being in love from what I heard on first listen. So, wow, a nice surprise there. So overall, very catchy. I love the bright, lively vibes. Again, they do that so well. And I love the strong historical or mythical touch, that storytelling touch that I did not expect. It's definitely a different type of song lyrically than everything I've heard from them previous. So that was great. So I definitely enjoyed this one. I always do. I'll give it 5 super shiny golden records, an A+ for Merlin by Dolly Dots, 1981. All right, now on to All the Roses. This one, I did find the lyrics, so I know this meaning is pretty much correct. The song comes from Take 6, their 4th studio album. It's about the end of a romantic relationship and the process of moving on. It conveys a mix of finality, acceptance, and a bittersweet farewell, acknowledging both the positive and negative aspects of their time together. Let's go.
Breaking up There's no more pain. Though you tried, you stay the same. There's no way we could go on like this. We all start something new. All the roses, all the roses, all the roses are for you. All the tears are for you too. All the love that we once tried to give you, you can have it too. All the roses are for you. All the tears are for you too. All the trust that we once tried to give you, what did it mean to you? All the roses are for you. All the tears are for you.
Wow, this one really flew by. I kind of knew it would, being under 4 minutes, but still it was packed with great instrumentation, lots of emotion. Yes, of course, the introduction fooled me. I thought we were getting a full ballad, but, it was beautiful for what it was. But then, boom, the beat, the energy kick in. Wow. Again, a perfect juxtaposition of, that uplifting, almost danceable, you could say, instrumentation, matched with those heartbreaking lyrics, the sad subject matter. I love the powerful, vibrant instrumentation in that big chorus. I would even call it orchestral. I heard elements of that. The vocals also in the chorus sounded amazing, so full and rich, processed so well. I do wonder how many of the ladies were singing in the chorus. Do all 6 of them sing often in their choruses together? If so, that's amazing. And then, of course, the top song moment, for me at least, the breakdown, that slow section, you know. Wow. First of all, her voice in that section, so gorgeous, very intoxicating. Then you pair it with that soft, delicate instrumentation. I loved it. I would even call it maybe vulnerable instrumentation. I don't think I've ever used that phrase. Just an amazing section. And then the chorus blasts back in, goes to the very end into the fade out. To me, that kind of represents her strength and conviction. She's moving on. She has high hopes for herself, for her future. And she acknowledges, again, the good and the bad in the relationship. That chorus, a perfect blend of those words that I mentioned in the beginning. I heard the finality, the acceptance, the bittersweetness, plus vibes of resignation, courage, well wishes. Such a great blend there. So yet another great one. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that this group has no bad songs. And so due to that stunning, beautiful, soft breakdown section, this one's getting the Epic Platinum Record Award, absolutely, for All the Roses by Dolly Dots, 1982. And thank you as always for once again gracing me with your beautiful voices and your music. Angela Hothausen, Angela Kramers, Anita Helker, Esther Osterbeek, Patty Zomer, Ria Briefes, and of course, Shafiq Itani. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. If you wish to chat about these two, I would love to know what you think. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.